In a world not too different from ours, Ganta Igarashi was a regular schoolboy, excited about his upcoming class trip to an extraordinary place called Deadman Wonderland. But fate had a different plan for him. Just as Ganta and his classmates prepared for their visit, an ominous figure cloaked in red emerged out of nowhere. Without warning, the mysterious red man viciously attacked, leaving behind a trail of devastation, taking the lives of Ganta's friends and peers. It was a horrifying sight, a nightmare he couldn't wake up from. Amidst the chaos and terror, Ganta found himself surviving the massacre as the lone survivor, but tragedy struck him deeply. The red man cruelly embedded a mysterious red stone into Ganta's chest before disappearing into the shadows. Ganta, innocent and bewildered, suddenly became the prime suspect in this merciless slaughter. Despite his protests of innocence, the evidence, tampered and twisted, pointed firmly at him. With no way to prove his truth, Ganta was unfairly condemned to death and swiftly sent to the ominous and enigmatic Deadman Wonderland, a prison where entertainment merged with punishment. Inside this eerie prison, Ganta faced a cold reality where survival meant playing twisted games for the entertainment of the public. But hope flickered faintly as he crossed paths with a peculiar girl named Shiro, her white hair a stark contrast to the bleak surroundings. Somehow, she saw through the walls Ganta had built around himself, understanding the turmoil in his heart. As Ganta navigated this cruel new world, danger lurked in every corner. Thugs targeted him and Shiro, aiming to cause harm in this unforgiving place. Their plight worsened as an explosion rocked the prison, sending a colossal object hurtling towards them. In that desperate moment, Ganta's fierce will to live, fueled by his desire for revenge against the Red Man, unlocked an astonishing power dormant within him. In an awe-inspiring turn of events, Ganta discovered an incredible ability, the power to manipulate his own blood. With sheer determination to protect himself and Shiro, Ganta used this newfound power to ward off the imminent danger, saving both their lives. In the gloomy confines of Deadman Wonderland, life was a twisted game of survival, and Ganta, the unwitting newcomer, found himself immersed in this macabre reality. His journey continued as he delved deeper into the prison's ruthless ways. Ganta faced the grim truth that to even secure a proper meal in this place, he needed caste points. These points were the currency of survival, earned through participating in the prison's devious games. Learning of a dog race, a chance to win a substantial reward, Ganta saw a glimmer of hope in this bleak setting. Alongside his enigmatic companion Shiro, they resolved to enter this perilous race, clinging to the prospect of a better life within the confines of their hellish prison. However, amidst their preparations, they encountered a fearsome inmate named Kozuji Kazumasa, a figure draped in intimidation and hostility. His presence instilled fear in others, wielding an aura of power that seemed unshakable until the prison warden intervened, silencing him temporarily. As Ganta grappled with the harsh realities of survival in Deadman Wonderland, a startling revelation shook his world. He discovered that he had been targeted with a deadly poison, the only antidote for which was candy. Shockingly, the candy had been stealthily stolen from his belongings by Yo, a fellow inmate, on a previous occasion. To avert a grisly fate, Ganta realized that winning the race was his only chance to secure a replacement antidote. But the race wasn't just another game. It was a perilous ordeal, fraught with treacherous obstacles and deadly traps, designed to claim lives rather than offer freedom. Yet amidst the danger, Shiro's innocent and unwavering support buoyed Ganta's determination. Together they navigated the perilous course, battling against the odds stacked mercilessly against them. The climax of the race pitted Ganta and Shiro against the formidable Kazumasa in a heart-pounding showdown. The final stage demanded that they cling to a ball while evading a pit of menacing spikes. Fueled by his growing resolve, Ganta confronted Kazumasa, standing up against the oppressive force that threatened their lives. In a climactic turn, Kazumasa met his tragic demise, falling victim to the perils of the race. However, as the round drew to a close, a heart-wrenching choice loomed before Ganta. He faced the agonizing decision of sacrificing the prized ball, along with the accompanying reward, to save Shiro from a perilous fall. True to his promise and bound by the warmth of their companionship, Ganta chose to safeguard Shiro's life over personal gain. Their unity, forged in the crucible of adversity, became a beacon of hope amidst the darkness that enveloped them. In the dreary depths of the prison, a twisted game of of power and secrets continued to unfold. Ganta found himself in a precarious situation, being observed by Yo under the orders of Tsunanaga Tamaki, a figure pulling strings from the shadows. Yo, unaware of the consequences, offered Ganta a piece of candy, a lifeline in this treacherous world. Little did he know, this act unwittingly bound Ganta to an unspoken debt. Meanwhile, the looming threat, the Red Man, known as the Wretched Egg, broke free from confinement, setting forth a chain of unsettling events. Ganta, driven by a surge of emotions, attempted to confront the Wretched Egg, using the newfound abilities bestowed upon him. However, his efforts were in vain, as the enigmatic figure slipped away, leaving Ganta in a state of unconsciousness, reeling from the encounter. Upon regaining consciousness, Ganta learned from fellow witnesses about the imprisonment of the Wretched Egg in the formidable G block of the prison. Determined to unravel the mysteries surrounding this ominous figure, Ganta, alongside his steadfast companion Shiro, embarked on a daring journey towards the heart of the prison. However, their quest did not go unnoticed. Captain Makina, deeming Ganta a potential threat, initiated a lockdown within the facility, unleashing a relentless security robot to apprehend him. The odds stacked against them. Ganta, Shiro, and Yo faced imminent danger. In a frantic attempt to evade capture, Shiro guided them through a concealed passage leading to the forbidden G block. Their path was fraught with peril, their every step met with the looming threat of capture and confinement. As the security robot closed in, Shiro stood valiantly in its path, a testament to her unwavering loyalty to protect Ganta. But before calamity could strike, a sudden twist of fate intervened. Another inmate, wielding powers akin to Ganta's own abilities, emerged on the scene, shattering the ominous machine and altering the course of events. Inside the bleak and twisted world of Deadman Wonderland, Ganta, filled with anger and desperation, mistakenly believed Senji Crow Kiyomasa to be the elusive Red Man, the figure responsible for the massacre that upended his life. Driven by a potent mix of emotions, Ganta launched an attack on Senji, hoping to avenge his past. But Ganta soon realized that Senji wielded a fearsome power, the ability to fashion deadly blades using his own blood. The fight unfolded in a flurry of movements, but Ganta quickly discovered a crucial truth. Senji wasn't the Red Man, but another inmate possessing abilities similar to his own. Their powers, known as the Branches of Sin, were shared among certain individuals labeled as Dead Men. This realization shattered Ganta's initial beliefs, revealing a connection between himself and Senji that went beyond their confrontation. Amidst the chaos, Ganta's companion, Shiro, unexpectedly intervened, tipping the balance in their favor. Senji found himself unable to retaliate against Shiro, which disrupted the conflict's escalation. However, their clash attracted the attention of a specialized unit, leading to Ganta and Senji being tranquilized while Shiro and another inmate, Yo, were whisked away to a secluded area within the prison. Ganta, now subdued and under scrutiny, confronted Tamaki, the manipulative mastermind orchestrating much of the prison's underhanded dealings. Tamaki brazenly admitted to manipulating Ganta's trial, ensuring his wrongful conviction and placement within Deadman Wonderland. Moreover, he tantalizingly dangled the prospect of an encounter with the Wretched Egg, manipulating Ganta's emotions to suit his own agenda. Amidst these revelations, Ganta was tormented by distressing images, visions that depicted the grotesque and macabre nature of a corpse carnival, a horrifying event that shook him to the core. Meanwhile, Makina, the determined prison official, resolved to confront the elusive director regarding the mysteries veiled within the confines of G Block, determined to unravel the prison's clandestine operations. In the depths of Deadman Wonderland, Ganta faced a harrowing challenge as he was thrown into a grueling match called the Corpse Carnival against Senji Crow Kiyomasa. The competition put Ganta in a tough spot, as using his special projectiles drained too much of his blood, leaving him weakened with a condition called anemia. Struggling to keep up with the relentless demands of the fight, Ganta found himself at a disadvantage, unable to match Crow's strength and prowess. Yet, in a desperate moment, memories of Shiro, the loyal companion who stood by him, flooded Ganta's mind, reigniting a spark of determination within him. Drawing strength from these memories, Ganta rallied, using his surroundings to land a crucial hit on Crow, turning the tide momentarily in his favor. However, the aftermath of the brutal match weighed heavily on Ganta's conscience. As he recovered from his hard-fought victory, a grim reality awaited him. He was horrified to witness the gruesome consequences suffered by Crow, who was forced to endure the removal of one of his eyes as punishment for his defeat, a chilling reminder of the merciless nature of Deadman Wonderland's punishments. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos and suffering, Yo and Shiro embarked on a separate journey towards G Block, driven by Yo's quest to find a woman whose whereabouts he desperately sought. As they navigated the prison's corridors, Yo's search led them closer to the elusive G block, filled with hidden secrets and untold mysteries. In the midst of the chaos, a startling revelation unfolded. Yo witnessed Shiro's hidden ability, a power known as the Branches of Sin, similar to those possessed by Ganta and other inmates. Shiro, initially perceived as a gentle companion, revealed a destructive force within her, showcasing a side previously unseen, leaving Yo astonished and perhaps apprehensive about her true nature. In the twisted world of Deadman Wonderland, things got real chaotic. Yo, this guy on a mission, had this plan to mess up the prison system. That move caused a major uproar. The Wretched Egg, a mysterious and powerful figure, got all tired and passed out because of it. She was taken away by these creepy twins while Yo was out there on a quest to find someone called Minatsuki Takami. Meanwhile, Ganta, this dude caught up in this crazy place, overheard some noise in the halls. Turns out there was this huge guy trying to eat a girl's flowers. Ganta stepped up, offering his food to this giant in exchange for leaving the girl alone. Yet, this big dude wasn't satisfied and still tried munching on those flowers. Eventually, he fell, and that's when the girl grabbed Ganta and dashed off to her room. The girl, who introduced herself as Minatsuki, recognized Ganta from this fighting thing called the Carnival Corpse. They had a heart-to-heart talk about how messed up this place was. Minatsuki shared her heartbreaking story about her father mistreating her after her mom died. She then spilled the beans about using her power, the Branch of Sin, to end her father's abuse. Oh, and guess what? She's Yo's younger sister, and he has no clue she's got these special powers. She feels like she's been wrongly accused of some stuff. Feeling a connection through their tough experiences, Ganta and Minatsuki decided to run away from Deadman Wonderland, hoping to escape the pain it caused them. In their escape attempt, disaster struck. Pipes fell from above, aiming to crush Minatsuki, but quick-thinking Ganta pushed her out of harm's way, getting injured in the process. Guards swooped in and busted their escape plan. The next day rolled in, bringing the Carnival Corpse match. Ganta refused to fight Minatsuki, thinking they were cool. But guess what? She totally faked being nice. She used her sneaky power, whip wing, invisible threads that can mess you up, to hurt Ganta and reveal her true colors. Everything went bonkers. Yo, disguised as a guard, barged in and spilled the beans about his sister being a dead man. Ganta was steamed up by Minatsuki's lies and manipulations. He wanted answers and wasn't holding back. Minatsuki didn't back down either. She used Yo as a shield, playing innocent while secretly plotting her moves. But Ganta wasn't falling for her tricks. He got clever, aiming for her hair, the source of her power, to turn the tables. He freed Yo and went all in, exposing her lies and schemes. After this big showdown, the director of the prison took note of Ganta's intense fight. Meanwhile, Shiro, Ganta's pal, got a warning that something was up with the lullaby. It felt like a storm was brewing inside Deadman Wonderland. The director, a powerful figure within the prison, engaged in a serious confrontation with Shiro, but she startled everyone by claiming she wasn't Shiro, but the enigmatic Wretched Egg. This unexpected revelation led to a fierce clash between them. The director unleashed his powers, attempting to harm Shiro, yet she astutely evaded his assaults. Meanwhile, Ganta, the central character, stumbled upon Yo tending to Minatsuki. Yo carried a sense of responsibility for Minatsuki ever since their mother's passing. Suddenly, the entire facility quaked violently, a direct result of the ongoing battle between the director and Shiro. Amidst the chaos, Yo acted swiftly to prevent Minatsuki's bed from toppling over. This triggered a poignant memory of Yo rescuing Minatsuki during an earthquake, where their mother callously deserted her. The emotional exchange seemed to foster a sense of understanding between them. Meanwhile, Ganta found himself lost in thoughts, reminiscing about his childhood encounters with Shiro and pondering her current whereabouts. However, a stunning revelation emerged. Shiro, the Wretched Egg, was donning the attire of the notorious Red Man. Elsewhere, Ganta crossed paths with Kiyomasa Senji, who engaged him in conversation about Ganta's recent battle, even assigning a rather cool moniker to Ganta's power, Ganta Gun. Later, Ganta confided in Yo about his connection with Shiro, reminiscing about their childhood and recalling how she once rescued him. Simultaneously, Makina, the prison's head honcho, became enraged and grew wary of Tsunenaga Tamaki, one of the high-ranking officials. Ganta hurried to Minatsuki's quarters, deeply concerned about Yo's well-being. Minatsuki disclosed that Yo had dashed off in pursuit of his stolen, cast points, and revealed her loss in a match, thereby necessitating her participation in a punitive game. Despite her predicament, she assured Ganta not to worry, mentioning her prior experiences of losing body parts in similar games. While on the lookout for Yo, Ganta found himself ambushed and knocked unconscious by Koshio Karako. Meanwhile, Yo retrieved his cast points but was intercepted by Tamaki and a priest-like individual named Genkaku with red hair. Yo's hopes of using the cast points to aid his sister were dashed, as she still had to undergo the punishment game. Enraged, Yo attempted to strike Tamaki, yet his aggression was swiftly quelled by Genkaku's guitar-based assault. Upon awakening in an unfamiliar setting, Ganta encountered a member of Scar Chain, a group of rebels within the prison, who extended an invitation for him to join their cause. Before Ganta could respond, the group's leader, Nagi Kengamine, elaborated on their objective: to dismantle Deadman Wonderland. Eager to rescue Minatsuki from the ordeal, Ganta hurried to intervene in the punishment game. However, despite his efforts, Scar Chain intervened, manipulating the game's outcome to merely result in Minatsuki receiving a haircut. But as the situation seemingly improved, Genkaku appeared, accompanied by an injured Yo. Ganta attempted to use his abilities against Genkaku, but they proved ineffective against him. Genkaku, wielding a guitar that concealed machine guns, geared up to teach Ganta a harsh lesson. Ganta finds himself in a moment of salvation when Shiro, seemingly returned to her usual self after the lullaby's influence, steps in to save him, forcing Genkaku to retreat from the scene. Following this rescue, Ganta is introduced to the other members of Scar Chain, a group determined to unveil the hidden truths and dark secrets of Deadman Wonderland during the upcoming inspection week. Meanwhile, the prison's head, Makina, is on her own mission to unravel the concealed mysteries lurking within the facility's walls. However, a discrepancy emerges when what Ganta witnessed during his encounter with Genkaku doesn't align with the footage captured by the security cameras. This inconsistency triggers Ganta's suspicion, prompting him to depart, grappling with uncertainties and doubt. During this time, Crow confides in Ganta about Genkaku's unforgivable act of taking Nagi's wife's life. This revelation deeply impacts Nagi, who opens up to Ganta about Scar Chain's diverse members, each nurturing their own unique dreams of freedom. Amidst these revelations, Ganta makes a heartfelt promise to Shiro, vowing to take her on a Ferris wheel once they manage to break free from Deadman Wonderland's confines. However, the plot thickens as Scar Chain faces an unexpected betrayal within their own ranks. Bundo Rakuro, one of Scar Chain's members, is revealed to be a double agent secretly collaborating with the Undertakers, a group shrouded in dubious intentions. Ganta exhibits resilience and a firm resolve. He makes a courageous decision to join Scar Chain, aligning himself with their bold mission to expose the hidden realities of the Deadmen to the outside world. As Scar Chain embarks on their operation to disclose critical information, their endeavors are met with imminent peril in the form of an acid-spewing necro-macro, a dangerous entity posing a severe threat to their safety. Faced with this imminent danger, Karako, displaying immense bravery and selflessness, decides to stay behind, risking her own safety to safeguard the rest of the group. As the story unfolds, Karako recalls her past moments joining Scar Chain, a group committed to revealing the secrets of Deadman Wonderland. She finds herself defending against a dangerous necro-macro, putting up a valiant fight against it. Despite her efforts, she ends up destroying the threat but falls along with it. Meanwhile, Nagi, a key member of Scar Chain, faces betrayal from Bundo, another member of their group who reveals allegiance to the Undertakers. Nagi finds himself confronted by an Undertaker named Hibana Daida. Using a unique weapon, Hibana manages to neutralize Nagi's powerful branches of sin. In a disturbing turn of events, Hibana inflicts severe harm on Nagi, slicing off parts of his flesh. However, Nagi, refusing to yield, bravely challenges Hibana. He goads her into severing his own arm, using this drastic act to activate an elevator vital for Ganta's group. Simultaneously, Ganta's team encounters Genkaku and his men, leading to a dire confrontation. The clash results in the loss of many lives, leaving only Ganta and a few others standing, determined to carry on with the mission of transporting crucial information stored in a chip. Despite Nagi's severe injuries and his sacrifice to activate the elevator, he manages to make a crucial call to the group's hideout. Todo Sakigami, receiving the call, urgently informs Shiro, revealing a shocking truth. The chip they've been protecting actually conceals a bomb. Shiro, understanding the imminent danger, races to catch up with Ganta, who possesses the chip containing the explosive device. With swift action, Shiro intercepts the chip and throws it into a nearby fire, preventing a catastrophic explosion and saving countless lives. Tensions escalate as Ganta, fueled by anger and disappointment, confronts Shiro for her actions. His frustration stems from her act of discarding the data chip, a move that significantly impacted their plans to reveal the secrets of Deadman Wonderland. Expressing his intense emotions, Ganta firmly declares his desire to part ways with Shiro, expressing a reluctance to see her again due to the weight of his disappointment. Simultaneously, Makina, the warden, takes it upon herself to investigate Tamaki's office. In doing so, she overhears a confidential conversation between Tamaki and Major Aohi. Their discussion revolves around the enigmatic dead men held captive within the facility, shedding light on the gravity of the situation and the secrets being guarded within Deadman Wonderland. Meanwhile, Kariko and the rest of the group huddle together, deliberating their next course of action. However, their planning session is abruptly disrupted by the sudden appearance of Bundo Rokuro. This revelation confirms his true allegiance as a double agent, adding to the chaos. Rokuro discloses a startling revelation, revealing that the data chip, initially believed to be of vital importance, was, in fact, a bomb he had manufactured. He then takes the group captive, coercing Nagi to join the Undertakers. As tensions heighten, Rokuro's ultimatum involves executing Ganta as a means to force Nagi into compliance. In the midst of the looming threat, Crow, a dead man, intervenes, employing his invisible black technique. With swift and precise moves, he takes down several Undertakers, turning the situation in favor of the captive group. Meanwhile, Shiro, deeply affected by Ganta's anger and the rift it has caused between them, encounters Todo Mockingbird Sakigami. It was Sakigami who had previously warned her about the true nature of the bomb concealed within the data chip. Their interaction sheds light on Shiro's internal conflict and the emotional turmoil she grapples with in the wake of Ganta's resentment. Ganta, feeling upset with his own weakness, decides to ask Crow for help to learn how to use his special powers, called the Branches of Sin, to fight better. Meanwhile, Kariko has a bold plan to infiltrate the Undertakers by pretending to be one of them. She disguises herself, hoping to uncover secrets and help their group. But as she tries to blend in, unexpected events unfold. Toto, known as Mockingbird, unexpectedly appears before Ganta and Crow, disrupting their training. His sudden appearance adds confusion and tension to the situation. After inquiring Toto, Ganta realizes that he is just trying to be friendly and also looking for the Shiro. Meanwhile, Shiro, after eating some sweet treats with liquor, ends up in a tipsy state and encounters Genkaku, who also spots Kariko. Just when Ganta manages to make progress in mastering his abilities and creates a strong blood bullet, everything goes awry. Genkaku, the menacing leader, reveals that he has captured Karako and Shiro, putting them in grave danger. Driven by determination and urgency, despite his low blood levels, Ganta rushes to confront Genkaku and rescue Karako and Shiro. However, his heroic endeavor is met with an unexpected obstacle. Nagi, having been manipulated and pushed beyond his limits by Genkaku's malevolent actions, confronts Ganta. Nagi, once a composed and stalwart ally, has now transformed into a ferocious and uncontrollable force, influenced by the manipulative tactics of Genkaku. Tsunanaga Tamaki, the overseer, engages in a conversation with Major Aohi, discussing the complexities of the prison system. Tamaki, with a calm demeanor, highlights how the prison reflects the harsh realities of the wider world, revealing the concealed battles lurking behind its seemingly serene facade. Major Aohi, displeased, blames Tamaki for the bloodshed, but Tamaki argues that he's merely facilitating a system where the prisoners earn their freedom, not directly responsible for the chaos. Meanwhile, chaos unfolds within the prison walls, as Nagi, overwhelmed by rage, unleashes his branch of sin, indiscriminately attacking and causing havoc. Ganta rushes to protect Kariko, acknowledging her strength and kindness. Kariko, despite her injuries, regrets her inability to shield others from harm. Nagi's rampage continues, causing destruction with his powerful abilities, drawing the attention of Hibana Daida and Azuma Genkaku. Genkaku, sporting a chilling smile and a psychotic aura, remains composed while chaos ensues. The situation escalates as Nagi targets Shiro, intending to strike her. However, Ganta intervenes, absorbing the blows intended for Shiro. Nagi, consumed by madness, relentlessly attacks Ganta, questioning why everyone around him is alive. Shiro, conflicted and angry, expresses her frustration towards Ganta for trying to protect her, urging him to leave her alone. Despite Shiro's resistance, Ganta selflessly shields her from Nagi's onslaught, leading to a confrontation between the two. Amidst the turmoil, Kariko, visibly in pain, pleads with Nagi to cease his violent outburst. Nagi, lost in his insanity, remains blinded by his desire for revenge. Ganta, attempting to reason with Nagi, emphasizes the futility of seeking revenge, urging Nagi to find hope and light amidst despair. Nagi, grappling with the loss of hope and his sanity, strikes Ganta repeatedly. Shiro, frustrated by Ganta's actions, calls him weak and urges him to move. Ganta, determined to reach out to Nagi, shares his own experiences of loss and despair, emphasizing the importance of holding on to hope and finding light even in the darkest moments. Karako's bell chimes, momentarily breaking Nagi's frenzy, allowing a glimmer of sanity to return. Ganta, refusing to give up on Nagi, encourages him to lift his head and see the hope that surrounds them, despite the tragedies they've faced. As uncertainty loomed, Genkaku grabbed his guitar and struck Nagi in the stomach, sending him tumbling to the ground. Then, consumed by madness, Genkaku turned on everyone in the room, even his own allies. To him, death seemed to hold the answer to every question. The room, once filled with a peaceful atmosphere, was now tainted by chaos and violence. Amidst the turmoil, flashbacks revealed Genkaku's history of being bullied, shedding light on why he had become so callous toward humanity. His heart seemed devoid of compassion. His sole desire was to extinguish every life on Earth. In the midst of this turmoil, Ganta found the courage to act, despite his failing body. He hadn't consumed the candy necessary to counteract the poison, and this being his third and final day, failure to ingest it would result in his demise. Summoning his willpower, Ganta rose to confront Genkaku, aiming a blood bullet at him. However, his initial attempts failed. Undeterred, Ganta persisted, unleashing his full power in a final, desperate strike. The culmination of his effort found its mark, effectively ending Genkaku's life. Through Ganta's unwavering determination, both he and Shiro managed to survive the harrowing ordeal.